For this training, we'll be using a number of tools that they are mostly available in the Linux distribution called Kali Linux. Kali Linux is a full operating system pre-equipped with many digital security related tools, and even when it's a full operating system, it's not recommended that you install it into in your computer as the only operating system. So we are proposing some creative approaches to this. In this case, the use of virtual machines. Basically, the idea of a virtual machine is that it's a computer that is inside your everyday computer, and you can use it in any way you need to use it. There are some limitations in terms of the devices. If you plug a USB drive in your computer, it's not necessarily available on this virtual computer, virtual machine, for instance. But honestly, for the kind of work that we are going to do, is more than enough. Okay, having a program without affecting anything, without uninstalling or operating system, but adding another application, another program that can let us run these virtual machines. There are many ways to do this. There are a couple of different tools to achieve this goal, and the one we are using on this training is Virtualbox. Here you can go to virtualbox.org. And basically, when you enter, it will be very easy. There is a big button here that you can click, and you will be redirected to the list of different systems, and you choose the one you are using. In this case, for this computer, I'm using Windows. So I click Windows hosts, and it will tell me to download a file, an installer. And yeah, basically, once you download and install this program, you will have a program like this one. Like this one. It probably might look a little bit different. I believe it's dark because I have in my system preferences in Windows the dark theme, and also maybe smaller differences in your case. For instance, this new group here is won't appear in your case if it is the first time you are running VirtualBox. But yeah, you will be greeted with this screen. And basically, the idea is that I'm posting, that should be around this video somewhere, a link containing a virtual machine, an entire virtual machine that I prepared for this course. And you can download it and import it here on VirtualBox directly. However, you can do it in any way you want. If, for instance, you don't want to use the machine I prepared and you prefer to download the Kali Linux virtual machine on your own, you can do it. However, you need to be clear that for each one of the tools we are testing, you need to make sure that the tool is installed in your machine. Okay. Also, if you want to use another tool different than VirtualBox to run your virtual machines, that's also okay. But again, you need to make sure that you have all the applications that will be using in our training, and some of them are not installed or enabled by default in a fresh Kali Linux installation. So yeah, here I'm going to show like the example of how you can import a virtual machine into your VirtualBox. And there are two ways. It will depend a lot on the format, the file format that you receive to import this virtual machine. I'm gonna kind of tell you that they are similar. And these are the two options that you can use for this importing this virtual machine. The import a virtual machine, or if you don't see the option to import the file you downloaded, probably you can just use the option add, the command at the bottom, add. In this case, I downloaded a fresh Kali version just for this demonstration. Okay, this is not the machine I'll be sharing, but it will be a very similar process. If this doesn't work for you, you can try to use the option import instead of the add one. So I'm gonna click add, and I'm gonna go to the folder where I have this, and here we are. One of the formats is .vbox, as in VirtualBox, and then I can just click it and open it. And in this case, the machine is already there, okay? It may be the case, especially if you are using the command import for another machine. If we use the command import, once we select the file, it will show us like a screen with a list of specifications for that machine. For instance, how much RAM memory is configured to have, or how much hard disk space will be assigned to this virtual machine, etc. That's the main difference, and also the fact that it might take some minutes to load. Okay, it will show a progress bar, etc. That's not a problem. Okay, and then once you have this and you see your virtual machine here running or available, you can or double click this machine, or you can press start. And once you do that, it will start and maybe you will need to wait some minutes until it's fully loaded. Here it comes. You will see another screen, and you will see how we will have another computer inside of our computer, a virtual machine, completely operative. I'm gonna give a couple of minutes. I'm gonna pause this video and resume. And after 1 or 2 minutes for the first time, you will be shown this screen. Basically, this is a basic authentication prompt. You can use Kali and Kali as well, all lowercase, as user and password respectively. And once you log in, everything will load, etc. And here we are. So we have we have a desktop with some even trash bin. We have everything here. One first advice is that you can usually maximize or resize this screen so you can work like in a more comfortable way. Let's try to do this right now. Yes, perfect. And here we have everything. We have, for instance, files. We can open folder. We can navigate the same way we do in our computers. It doesn't matter if it's Windows, Mac, etc. But yeah, we have folders and files. Also, we have web browsers. We have a start menu. And from now, I'm telling you, here you will find hundreds of tools. There are a lot of tools here that are focused on pen testing, focusing on digital security assessments, or even hacking or other things related to digital security. Please don't feel overwhelmed for this, because we honestly will be using like 4 tools, 5 tools, not a lot of these tools. A lot of these ones are all for very specific uses, like monitoring wireless signals and stuff like that, or they are very, very invasive. And we are not looking for those tools on SAFETAG, because we truly believe that we should be able to execute our assessments without affecting a lot the environments we are evaluating, basically. So again, don't feel overwhelmed for this. And just another warning is that a lot of tools that we are using will be running in the terminal or the command line interface. So you will be getting a little bit more familiar with the terminal. Here I opened it. Let me put this a little bit bigger. Yeah, so here you can basically run a lot of things. Again, don't feel overwhelmed. There are just very simple text commands that we will be using on this machine, and worst case scenario, we will have some references. So we'll have documents where we have all the comments, and we can just copy paste and probably tweak some these commands, and we can use it as long as you trust the source of these commands that you are copying and pasting. It will be a valid option as long as you are using this environment that is secure. We are not messing with anybody's computer so far, and yeah, for educational purposes, while we are getting familiar with all of these comments and tools, it would be just good. So for now, we are ready. If you reach to this part and you have a Kali Linux working in your computer, we are ready to move on. Yeah.